end of last time, we kind of played a record and the clock ticked on to the top of the next hour and we got stuck in a room. So what I did is I went back, replayed like the last 10 minutes. So theoretically, if I continue now, we should be inside the room, but not the hour shouldn't have ticked over. No. There you go. 4:59. So we know, don't get stuck in here or we're in here for like 6 to 21 minutes. Which we don't want. And we know what we got. Got act on our Hisham. What was that related to? Right, yes. She wanted us to smash the cursed pot. And she gave us some music. The reason we came here was because we got a thing that said the woman that last had the mysterious Egyptian kind of urn vase thing. This one. It was a long storied history before being acquired by the Blake family. She apparently played music in the drawing room on the piano, but we've come here and clearly no piano. So we need to find somewhere with a piano. I don't think we've seen one knocking around. Also, we know in the next hour there's going to be a kind of discussion in here. But there's also going to be somebody meeting our missing person in the bar. So we probably want to go to the bar. Still figuring. So you're still figuring out the magic item stuff, are you? Kid's going to be there the weekend with me, which makes playing near impossible. Although he will stay with the grandparents now on the weekends. Still don't think so. Well, I mean, it's completely up to you. It's an option there. It is a one-shot, which will probably be an easier introduction. And at least you can guarantee I will probably kill everybody. So there's no worries there. As opposed to fretting over the character. If it's a one shot, inevitably like everyone's going to die. So hey, then there's no worrying whatsoever. Social anxiety is still a thing though. I completely understand that. Yeah. Right. Do we know of any room with a piano? So where's she going to be in the next hour? Bar opens. Okay, so we don't know. She might still be tucked in the stairwell there. Does anybody recall us running into a piano in any of these rooms? It's going to be a big social room, dining room, drawing room, bar. Doubt the library. Doesn't feel like you'd be playing music aloud in a library, would you? So nobody's tucked in any corners, which we've not run into. When be latest? Honestly, because it's not going to be too much difference balancing stuff and things like that. Like Friday, maybe even Saturday, I'd probably be okay figuring a new addition added in and that. Staff only closet contains bed and linens. There's nothing in the atrium. Yeah, we can't get into the dining room. It's locked, close to guests, but only in meal times, yeah. Is it going to be one of these things, the piano is now been taken back by the family and it's going to be in the family's quarters? which case, yeah, we're not going to... Is there anything else we can get out of you?
Mr. Ward.
Yeah, I don't want to push time.
May Allah guide you.
I'm not going to push time anymore until... where else might there be a piano? I thought we'd just post up in the bar, knowing full well that's where we're going to have to be next anyway. There's definitely no piano in the garden. It'd get a bit damp. Where else could there be a piano? Or at least some kind of instrument where we can play music. Right? Because we've been given music, we know she played it. I think it is going to be potentially tied to the drawing room. I think there might be a secret door or something. Actually, if we looked on the map, could we see it adjoining anything? Drawing room. Not really. Something like West Ham. I've got a feeling now it's probably gone into the residence, and that's where we'll probably have to go exploring. You're gonna have to write more later. Your sleep-deprived brain has come up with now, related to what you wrote in Discord this morning. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can make whatever theories you like. I mean, I hadn't really considered anything related to vampires in this entire campaign arc. But if you think there might be threads there, go ahead, explore. Yeah. Any room we've been in, seen a piano? I don't think we have. Where were the other keys going to be? Because we do still need to go into... I mean, it might be stored in an unassigned room. That's conceivable. I've got a feeling it's going to be in either the Blake residence or it's going to be in the basement. Keys. There was a list of where the medical notes, badly written note, scrap of paper, note on master keys. Okay, so this was again southeast corridor is missing. That we've got what, southeast and south northeast. It's the west ones we're missing. Southwest was lost in the basement storeroom. Okay, we haven't been able to get into the basement yet. Northwest corridor is still surely locked away in the stable safe. We need to figure out what the combination is for the stable safe. Also, I wanted to have a look under the bed to see if we could see any sign of a symbol painted under there. I look under the rug. There's a chance that there's something under the rug. One of those symbols. This will push time, but then we could just go down to the bar. I'm going to do it. Unremarkable. There you go. Right. Alright. Right. I guess we find out now whether... Yeah. Somebody was going to meet Miss Dean in the bar. We'll head over there. And if there's nothing of interest, we will go and take in that lecture in the drawing room, I guess. recently been watching Can You Beat BG3 by kind of videos. The ridiculous challenges, ideas people come up with. But it makes you want to try crazy stuff in the game as well. Well, I will say tangentially kind of related to BG3. There's rumor and that the Game Awards, obviously Jeff Keighley had been kind of posting tweets about a weird statue in the desert, and people are trying, oh, it's going to be Elder Scrolls. No, it's God of War and things like that. People have think they've figured it out. People think it's actually related to Divinity. Larian's going to be announcing something. So you no, because we've already spoken with you. We know what your deal was. So you're the only other person in here. So it must have been you that left the note.
Hello. What brings you back?
Let's discuss the note. Mrs. Lau, did you write this note? What business do you have with Miss Dean? Did she send you? Is that why we've not seen her recently? She's acting through you as a proxy. How many others is she blackmailing, that she needs to hide behind a goon? You're not working for her. I've said too much. Please excuse me, Mr. Ward. Let's follow her! Right, we've got to figure out where she went. Can you beat by only shoving? Right. Here, the scraunch of... Can we enter? Ooh. Do we know where the Lord of the Manor is? Have we got a bead on, like, where he might be? What was his name again? It was... No. And... end of the day is... at Masked Ball. He's going to be at the Masked Ball, 100%, isn't he? But we kind of want to go to that as well. I'm gonna say maybe this is a time we can maybe try and do this. It's locked from memory from outside. I suspect this leads to the Blake private residence. They didn't turn to look at me this time. Okay. So, yeah, we can't get over there yet. So there's going to be some other way in. Where may Mrs. Lau be? Also, did you stay down here? You did. Okay, so if we can track down the piano, we might be able to figure out... Well, we've got an hour to do it. Can I brute force the safe here? What's the code for this? Need to turn dial left first, right second, left third. We haven't even got a starting point, have we? So it's between 1 and 40. Yes. Anything that's had numbers like that. 1 and 40. related to the groundskeeper. We got a note that had like something like 451 on it, but that was a different person. It's got to be a member of staff. Do we hear a click? No, there's not going to be a click because there's a check, and most of the kind of puzzles have been like do it and then check. What's the year again? What year is it? And it's maybe like... It is a spooky me! Hello, Fizz! Thank you for that. 40 months now. Is it gonna be something like when the lady of the manor died? Feels like that could be it. Do we have any information on that? Records. Steam region area, entertainment schedule. What do we know of? Yeah, because he was gifted stuff by... I think he's probably... Do we know of... Mary Blake? Late wife of the host. Marcus's wife recently passed. Love. I think there was a memorial out here. The only thing I can think of it's a date, and I think it may be like. This would be best guess. A few years, perhaps. Okay. So, no, let's resume. Can we remember what when we got here? Letter from Miss Dean. No. We need the year. Hiring letter. Maybe on that. October 26th. Yeah, what year though? Fuck. Few years. Where would we get what year this was? No. Christine's journal. Burial records. Damn it. Can we... There's got to have been something we've interacted with that has... the year, right? If it's a few years difference, like the only thing I could think of, like 3-digit number for a safe is probably... yeah, we've done all the observations. Badly written notes. Steen's invitation. It's just the date. Alright. I think we might have to go into the library and check one of the books in there. I didn't want to do that because that's another minute. Also, we do still need to track down Miss Lau, as apparently she was being blackmailed. Anybody hiding in any alcoves? No. Right. So I think Mary, that's the wife, isn't it? Yes. Information on Mary Blake. Read on. Marquess of Doon in 1881. She gained the title of Marchioness. Established Blake Foundation 1890. Though the foundation, through the foundation, the Marchioness constructed and funded several orphanages, ragged schools, and widows' almshouses in impoverished rural towns, village of Connacht. Committed much of the Blake's fortune to the foundation, organised fundraising events across Ireland and Great Britain, spent her free time teaching English in one of the foundation's local schools. Marchioness took up a position of philanthropist and charity worker. Death in 1894. Okay. But we haven't got like any other date. 94. Too big a number for the dial. It only goes up to 40. So it's not going to be that. I think we're missing a vital clue. Okay. I guess we go to the talk. Hunters in the walled garden. I doubt he's just going to tell us what the combination is to his safe. I've got to leave them alone, have I? Play some games where you can create more spookies, preferably via a shotgun. Well, I was thinking like what the new games are going to be on the playlist for. Well, inevitably now it's going to be for 2026, isn't it? As we're very close to the end with Expedition 33. I think I've not got any better ideas where we should go poke around. So I think, as in Vamp Survivors, yeah, if you want to nominate that, you can absolutely do so. I'm trying to think like what other vamp-related games. Certainly, that might have a shotgun. What was the one that was it Flying Wild Hog did that was very similar to kind of shadow warrior. I don't have Megabunk. I am considering getting it. Also, hello, JC. Oh, 59 months. We're one away from the 5-year anniversary. Oh, wow. How goes the investigation? We're at a little bit of an impasse. I'm trying to think now where we can... what leads we can follow. We know we can break a cursed vase if we can find a piano or some musical instrument. I think we just go to this talk, don't we?
Ciao. Ciao. For those of you I have not yet had the pleasure of meeting, I am Carmela Mantovani, and I'm here to talk about ghosts and all that we know about them.
It's going to be a 31-minute discussion. Okay. Like I said, we haven't got any better ideas. We'd still have, 20 minutes or so left of the day. If we suddenly get a lead, sure.
Oh, grazie mille for attending. Now, I will speak with you about ghosts, spirits, phantoms.
Oh, sorry. I'm adding in Vamp Survivors for fears.
Must think. And this is true. Yet, there is plenty to speak on. So do not worry.
Oh, she's still feeling rough.
Do know that not all dead linger. Only those bound to a place, an object, a person stay. Why? This we do not know yet for certain.
So yes, JC, we have limited time. This is all set over a weekend. We know the seance is the last thing on Sunday. We showed up at just before midnight on Friday, so we're at this point just gone 5 o'clock on the Saturday. But there is a timetable. Everyone's certain places at certain times in the day, so we have to know where they are. And then there's certain events like these lectures. There's a masked ball this evening and things like that. But it gives us opportunity to maybe break into their rooms because we know they're going to be somewhere. But thus far, we know certain folk are doing certain things all over the shop. So we do know Miss Lau is here. No, the blue dress was her friend. Is that Miss Lau there? I can't remember. But yes, very much on the clock.
That all spirits are bound, fettered by an emotional component. Death in a place, obsession with an object, love or anger to a person.
All these things we've dealt with already with the various exorcisms we've done.
By their nature, they're hard to define. And yet, even in their elusiveness? Yeah, sì, questo funzionerà. We find them everywhere. By their many names, they are all across the world. There are many formations. Some echo the grief they left upon the world and are blind to the living, while others are vengeful and aggressive, haunting a person or place and causing everything from psychological to physical damage. Regardless, no single spectre has been able to directly communicate.
Until now!
But tomorrow night? Tomorrow night we intend to change this. So, what stops them from speaking? Is it a physical matter?
I think not having any vocal cords might be a problem.
In other ways. Blowing papers off desks, snuffing candles, sometimes even striking people. Perhaps the limitation is in their lungs, then. Well, no. Many wail and moan, after all. Could it be they have nothing to say?
I mean, the petty goings-on of the living probably beyond them at that point.
I do not think so. Many a mystic, myself included, believe that spirits have given us a feeling of things they once...
They're non-existent lungs, exactly.
There is a chance this is wishful thinking on our parts. But I believe so many have felt this, that at least one person must be correct. Maybe they simply cannot speak for themselves? This we cannot rule out, and is to be my conclusion, if our seance does not bear fruit.
She's already putting caveats on, like, well, if we don't succeed tomorrow, it's because they just don't have anything to say.
So, why do I have such hopes for this seance? This I have been doing for a long time. When you invite a ghost to speak with you, there are always limits. The strength of the spirit, the skill of the medium, the thickness of the veil. All of these things can make it difficult for a ghost to manifest. We see their forms on occasion. We feel the echoes of their emotion. But these things do not require expense. They sustain themselves, somehow. This we do not understand.
They do it by feeding off the spirit and anima of the living.
It takes effort for a spirit to be more than echoes, to make a more conscious connection with the world of the living. This is an age of science, yes? So, let me speak in those terms. We think of ghosts as waveforms, spiritual waveforms. A soul rippling long past the death of its host, its shell. They are in a frequency we cannot easily see. In daytime, they are almost invisible to us. At night, easier to see. The less interference around, lights, other people, and so on, the easier still. If you have noticed animals behaving strangely, this is because they see different wavelengths to us. As is with light. The atmosphere blocks the wavelength of light. The same is true for spiritual wavelengths. But at this time of year, the veil, or spiritual atmosphere, is at its thinnest.
So what you're saying is the easiest way to communicate with a ghost is probably at the top of, like, the Himalayas. There's very thin atmosphere the higher up you go, right? So if you want to hold a seance, top of Everest, there you go. Also, a lot of dead bodies there. All nicely preserved.
And then there is you. Those gathered. People attuned to the mystical, coming together to work as a... Qual è la parola? A net. To catch the signal.
Didn't realise you can catch signals in nets.
Correct. Che cos'è? Ah, my words let me down. But look, if you do not believe me. I'm told that crows are a symbol of your Irish death goddess. They are gathering. And at night, the dead are roaming. I think they line up for the chance to speak to us. Imparting?
There's a library topic on waveforms. Okay.
We understand ghosts to be the disembodied souls of the old selves, sometimes less or incomplete as to how they were before. So, tomorrow, when the veil is at its thinnest, mind your words. These spirits were once people. They are the intangible remains. And they will be just as driven as they ever were, if not more.
Any questions? All right. Well, Barbarossa. Skerritt's turning his back on me. Anybody here I want to talk to? Is there anybody we haven't got their timetable? That's probably an important thing. Whose timetables don't we have? We're going to be in the ballroom later. We know you're still in that stairwell. For how long, I have no idea. We're missing Blake's, Varley's, and other Blake's. Everybody else, we got their timetables. Okay. So that's at least something. Don't know if I probe anybody for information. Did you take any pictures?
Mr. Ward, what can I do for you?
Let's see. Shadow. Only asked him about his timetable. Record. Asked about strange dreams with you. No. We do need to find other people that have... It's not just me and Miss Dean sharing dreams. Many guests are experiencing their own versions of the dream. Okay. Believe that people at the manor are experiencing the same dream, shared but to some extent. I think something similar. I had intended to try some lucid dreaming to get a better handle on the dream itself, but I keep getting sidetracked. Well, we got a bunch of evidence for that. I must get around to asking staff for a gramophone. I found myself in the drawing room and intended to use its music as a sleep aid. Fingers crossed something comes of that. Lucid dreaming. What can you tell me about lucid dreaming, Doctor? Funny you should say. I have a plan to try it. I thought maybe it would help me understand these strange dreams. A record in my room that I borrowed from the drawing room towards that end. But I keep forgetting to ask staff. Okay, so he's just repeating exactly what I just said before. I had a second suitable record there. I notice, should you wish to try it yourself. I think we've already nabbed the record. Oh, and you should use an anchor, something to focus on to ensure your dream is what you want it to be. A picture of a person, if you want to summon a mental image of them into the dream, or a scent, or, well, maybe any number of things you could use. Even a book on a topic could work. Evidence Miss Dean's journal could work. Okay. Maybe Miss Dean's journal would work. That's what started me on this course, after all. Okay. I don't think we ask you anything else. We're
I
going
have to be on my way. Be well, Mr. Ward.
Okay. Didn't take any pictures. We don't trust Mr. Skerritt, do we? Where else can we poke around? Who's where? You're in the bar now. Oh no, he will be in the bar. Drawing room. First floor, southeast corridor. What are you doing over there? First floor, northwest corridor. You're in the bar. Don't know where you disappeared off to. I mean, presumably her room. Do we know which room she's in? Miss Lau. Miss Lau is in that corridor, northwest corridor. Go knock on a door, potentially. Garden. Hedge maze. Kind of stuck. I know we should be making use of this time, but I don't know what we do. Let's go to the library, very least. We know there's a book there we can now look at, which will inevitably give us a clue. One would think. The other thing I can think of is speak to a hotel manager. Does he know anything about where there might be a piano? I think I can maybe try a minute to see if...
May I be of service, Mr. Ward?
Evidence. Lady Wilhelmina, Mary Blake. We could get his timetable. Could ask about the music, apparently. He's one of a few people. Alright. Miss Hisham told me about this melody she's heard. I would say that you're free to use the piano in the drawing room, but it was moved last week, out of tune, as it was. Afani's piano is storage. But the Marquess refused to move it upstairs. Where's storage? I would guess the basement. I think about that. Lady Wilhelmina. The last owner of the vase. What ever became of her? I think I know the history of this place. No. Okay, so there was a piano in the drawing room, but it's been moved.
I need nothing else.
Certainly.
Okay. So, to the library! This could well be like one of the last books that's going to appear on the desk, I'm guessing. Nobody. Something about waveforms. Irish guards. No. Nothing's appeared here. Okay, so the whole thing with waveforms. Maybe from Miss Montavani? Also, we were going to start ticking off things we know about the culprits. They are able to write. So, that got rid of the druid. Wear a medium shoe. They used magic. Have no pre-mana history with Miss Dean. They are Christian. She knew Miss Dean. Yeah, okay. Blake history. Irish history. It's going to be a science thing then, isn't it? Flora and fauna. Medicine. Sciences. Psychology. I'm going to say maybe waveforms under science? Look up waveforms. Physics, it is understand there are some forces that move in a manner akin to or best portrayed as a charted wave. This is what waveforms are, a visual representation of a force that moves. Whether the wave is visual, interpretation, literal wave, less literal. Determined by a graph. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so didn't really get anything out of that. Screen schedule. I think we've already picked up on that. Bottle of sherry. Yeah. What should we Let's go upstairs. Let's see if Miss Lau is in her room and whether we can knock on the door. Like, most of the time it's just like attempting to break into the rooms, isn't it? We know a bunch of people are in the drawing room, so we could break into their rooms. Here, this is Miss Lau's room here. Sounds like there's someone on the other side. Yeah, I don't think we can just, like, try the door. Plus, I mean, we could save scum it. She ran away from us. Is that reason enough to chase after her? Or are we going to get a fail state for breaking into somebody's room whilst they're there? I've got a feeling we would, but I'm tempted just to see if this is... Is there any room on the map that's unidentified that could be storage? There are a few... let me just do this save. Do a manual save. Right. There's a few unassigned bedrooms. There's a few closet space type ones. But notably, we have not been able to get into the basement. And I think most of the storage is going to be in the basement. But we need like a staff key. And I have no idea who... I've got a feeling that might be in like the groundskeeper's safe, potentially. But I'm guessing storage is going to be in the basement. But, like, we've been in every room on the ground floor. First floor, we've been in most of the room. Well, we have access to most of the rooms here. It's just the rooms in this corridor and the rooms in this corridor. Are the doors closed in the east and west towers? They are, yes. So these doors are locked up tight. It literally states something along the lines of it's locked with a staff key or something. We did say, I want to see if she reacts. Actually, it doesn't say enter, it just says look. Yeah, okay, we can't go in there. Oh, we can do some eavesdropping. How much eavesdropping can I do? There you go.
You really haven't seen her, then, sir? Miss Dean?
I am so sorry, my dear, but truly I haven't. I do wish we'd had the time, but Miss Dean and I barely got the chance to speak.
But, sir, that just isn't true. You were with her. I saw her. She was in your room.
Good heavens, Miss Murphy. Where does this fixation with Miss Dean come from? It's going to get you into trouble one day.
But...
Think, dear child. What if Mr. Varley could hear you now, talking about his guests this way?
You're right, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's hardly your fault, miss. Someone of Miss Dean's standing simply shouldn't be so careless with her fraternizations. You and that bellboy seem to have the same stars in your eyes at the very mention of her name.
Alright, let's just barge in here.
Mr. Ward, how are you?
I couldn't help overhearing. Found this locket outside your room. It seems to have Miss Dean's initials on it. This is a strange one, Mr. Coventry. I found a dropped locket in the southwest corridor, which I believe you're staying in. Oh, aye. Why? That belonged to my dear dead wife. From before I was married. Dabney, she was. Elaine Dabney. I'm here hoping to speak with her, you see. I'm told something personal can help anchor the ghost. I must have dropped it. Thank you, Mr. Ward. Your wife recently passed. Mentioned losing your wife. My condolences, sir. I did, yes, Lillian. Earlier this year. Does that match with Elaine? Lillian? Yeah, I guess. She turned quickly. We had access to doctors, but they could do little to ease her suffering. I'll confess, I am lost without her, which foolish as it sounds is how I ended up here. Her illness took everything from me. The little I had left I spent to come here, on the hope that the claims about the seance are true. If I could see her, hear her, then I'd gladly give it all. Down to the very shirt on my back. A mismatch. Two names. Lillian Smith, Elaine Dabney. Yeah. Sorry, what was your wife's name again? Lillian Coventry Smith before we were married. Oh, you told me her name was Elaine Dabney? Ah, well, that was my first wife. A man of my age has history, you see. Right, so we're just having a good break into his room, aren't we? If we can.
Good day, sir.
And to you.
I doubt we can talk to you. Nope, no, not you. Other person. I was trying to click on the...
And to you.
Trying to click on you.
Sir?
The melody. Okay, no. I guess we can't do it whilst right in front of her. Lock a key. Oh no, we've already done the lockers. We could get her timetable. Yeah, if we want to have a word with her in private, we should maybe get her schedule. Only cook's plans, sir. Some housekeeping too. Us being so busy. Tomorrow is much the same. And more work, sir. Your seance, I'm sure that'll be exciting. Right.
I'll leave you be.
Oh, all right, sir.
Right. Do we know when and where you'll be? Kitchen basement. Yeah, I need to get into the damn basement. How, though? Like, the only time we know, like, I think the outside basement doors are going to be open is tomorrow when they're taking a delivery. That might be the only time we can sneak in. Mr. Coventry's room is down here, and it's in one of the locked rooms, so we can't break in yet. Right. Okay. Those that are in the drawing room, let's do some poking around in their rooms. So, folks that are in the drawing room at the moment. You were speaking. I don't think we've been in your room yet. Neither Mr. Toussaint. Barbarossa. We have been in her room. Miss McLeod, we haven't. Dupree, Skerritt, we don't trust. Callahan, we have been in his room. Mr. Skerritt, can I get into your room? Sinnott, Skerritt is across the way there. Have I poked around in his room? observations. Something related. Trying to talk with the priest. Shouldn't be anything in there. Can't hear anything yet. Not sure we've poked around in here. Will? Okay. Personal items. Okay. That's an ashtray. Clothes. We don't see any of the boots. No, need to know his boot size. Also, this is why we had a piece of paper that said 451 if memory serves. Folder. Just looks like a regular book. Anything under the table. Right. Let's check his will. Varied attempts to write a will, but he keeps starting over when he reaches the part on who to leave his resources to. He does not seem to have any friends or family. His personal effects? Nothing here barring personal effects. Okay, right, that was irrelevant. I'm pretty sure... Do we have a note on this? Sure, it was like a note for... So it was something like 451. This is just our analysis. 1583. Sequence of numbers. No, it wasn't that. I'm sure it was like 3 digits. 3 digits, 3 digits. Missing research. Date. Scrap of paper. 451. Mr. Skerritt. Yeah, there you go. Thought so. Surprised I remembered that as, I mean, 3 digits, but it's been a week. Plus 4, 5, 1. Click. Okay, we've got tarot cards and a dagger. Cards and note. Tarot cards with a note. The cards I drew for you, Michael. Make it what you will, ED. 3 cards. One marked Hanged Man, another 10 Pentacles, and another with the Death card. What do they mean? A dagger. It looks more ceremonial than practical. So can I close that lid up? I think he might realise I've opened his box else. Can I not? No. Right, well, he's going to know somebody's been in his room. I assumed Mr. Skerritt was well off, but his records show that he is rich beyond imagination. He has a string of failed businesses, but still he is massively wealthy, all from inheritances. He'd be rolling in the dough. Right, okay. Anything with the fireplace? Specific the Bible? Copy of King James Bible seems to be well read. Okay. How I got that from the Bible, I'm not sure. Letter addressed to Apprentice Skerritt. It seems to have been ejected from the Freemasons for not living by their tenets of fraternity, charity, and self-sacrifice. He has circled self-sacrifice. He's also scrawled a note on the page that confirms he has no magical skills of his own and was hoping to gain some through his time with the Order. He has had all his money given to him. He has made nothing of it. He's the last of his family. He has failed to make an empire. He's been rejected by his fraternity. He is alone. When he dies, he and his fortune will be forgotten. He has no legacy to leave. Right, well, that feels like something we can go and bully him about then, right? Nothing in the bin? No. Is that just a regular book? I think it would say something different if it was anything different. His schedule. I'm pretty sure we have his schedule, don't we? Scarret. Yes, we have his schedule, so we're fine. Don't need to prod that. Don't need to check his clothes. Alright, do we confront him or do we break into somebody else's room whilst we've got 10 minutes? I feel like we could approach him maybe at the ball later. Okay, so anybody else in the drawing room? Callahan, I think we've done your room. Dupree, we've kind of dealt with you. MacLeod. Connor MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod. MacLeod. Ah, she's down that corridor. Okay, we're not doing that. Mr. Toussaint. Miss Quinn. Miss Quinn is there. We could poke around in her room. Let's go poke. Hiding in any corners that we can eavesdrop on. Oh, talking about eavesdropping. No eavesdropping. Mystery, though, is highlighted. Connection between Father Sinnott and Mr. Doyle. Form of Gnostic angel and Black Iron Prison is the interpretation of hell. Hell on earth, specifically. Okay, I'm just going to break into this room here. Can't hear anything. Doesn't look like anyone is inside. Drawings. Poetry book. Well, she was a poet. That's her profession, isn't it? She is a poet. Just a regular old book. Her journal. That's definitely worth looking at. Just her clothes. Grimoires. Okay. Photos. It was just a regular book, wasn't it? I think. No shoes around to check. We have a locket. We have a vanity box. More photos. Okay, brooch. Photos, locket. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That takes us to 555. Okay. Maybe the poetry book as well. Might be clues in there. I think we've got enough time, unless there's something in the bed as well. No, it doesn't look like it. No, okay. Right, let's start over here. Pictures. Some drawings. I'm not sure of what. Perhaps she should stick to poetry. Well, clearly they're almost like kind of caricature, cartoon kind of imagery. Published book of Miss Quinn's poetry with scraps of paper containing annotations and drafts tucked between the pages. No other information. Okay. Her journal. What are these dreams trying to tell me? Am I close to my goal? The answer feels so near. Down the next corridor, behind the next sigil. I must keep searching. Maybe what I seek is in the seance. Maybe that is the dream's message. Okay. Nothing in the fireplace. There wasn't anything in the wardrobe. Let's do the locket. A locket with 2 names etched into the frame. Alma and Julia. There's a photo on either side, each of a young girl. Did she have daughters? They look quite like Miss Quinn. I suppose they would be her siblings? Possibly. The brooch with a lock of hair. Brooch containing a lock of hair. Back says Alexander Quinn, 1865 to 1896. Memento Mori. Collection of mementos of deceased family members. Macabre. Also, nothing in the bin. Nothing in the bin. Okay. The grimoires. Grimoires. Most of them printed, one in Miss Quinn's hand. All of them are annotated, nearly worn out the spine. Seems to have been quite extensively used quite extensively over the years. And handwritten one seems to be a product of enormous time and effort. That was just clothes. What was this? That was more photos. More photos to memorialize the dead. That was it. Okay, so we didn't really get much. Though certainly she's been having the dreams as well. Do we question the priest? Kind of thinking we question the priest. Because what can we get out of you?
Yes, my child.
Nokian magic. Research. The Black Prison. I guess you're the only person we've not spoken to about Miss Murphy trying to speak to you. Sure. I believe Miss Murphy wished to speak with you.
Well, then she should do so. I am ready to receive her, but I do not think she will ever be ready to come.
Okay. Pages of Nokian magic, including a script I cannot decipher. Yes, we've got 3 minutes before the clock changes and he maybe goes somewhere else. Strange symbols. Yeah, okay, like, I think this is our 3 minutes worth, isn't it? The research stuff. Alright, let's go with your specific cipher. Father, I found these symbols and I was wondering if you knew what they mean.
These are alchemical symbols used in theory to unlock the fundamental nature of the universe.
What about Nokian magic? Do you know anything about Nokian magic?
The supposed language of the angels. I've not learned it, never saw the need. I suspect the angels of creation can speak English just fine.
And we'll finish with your research. I finally think I understand Gnosticism, Father.
Perhaps the topmost layer, child, but I am happy for you. Next comes believing it, then clarity and freedom that it brings. In time, you might find a way out.
I'm too close to the next hour to do this. Alright, well, we shall leave then.
I'll take my leave, Father.
Go with God, my child.
And everyone disappears off. If we can go find the cook now. What was her timetable? Miss Murphy, wasn't it? You are... Miss Murphy is still in the first floor northwest corridor. Is she still being hassled by... Mr. Coventry? Can we question her without him being there now? Northwest corridor, right. Oh, more eavesdropping? No eavesdropping, okay.
Sir?
No. Can't ask about Coventry and her seeing Miss Dean in his room.
I'll leave you be.
Oh,
Alright. We're in the bar. He's in the changing room. Okay. Specifically the ladies' changing room. Right. I feel like we should probably go figure out what he's doing in the ladies' changing room then, right? Though first we can maybe track her down. She did run away from us. We know she's in the library now. Let's go do that, and then we'll go chat with a pervert priest. Just kick down the door. We know what you're doing in here. Also, that's my room. Is there somebody in my room? Aren't all priest perverts true?
I don't see anyone. I would have sworn I heard laughter.
They're hiding in the wardrobe. Nothing here catches my eye. I did try and see if there's somebody painted something underneath my bed, right? Play record. I'm not going to take half an hour. Doubt I'll sleep well knowing this damn thing is lit. Is it my own imagination? Has this been opened? Suddenly nothing seems missing or moved. Haha! No. Right. Anybody put anything... Alright, well, just spooky sounds in my room. Right, let's not waste any time. We're gonna go... Shit, I'm completely... We're gonna go to the library, look for Miss Lau, right? Also, nobody in the atrium at the moment. I thought you were going to be in here? Aha. Can we eavesdrop? Nope. Okay.
Hello? What brings you back?
You ran away from me. We can't ask about her being blackmailed. Okay.
That's
Well,
all, Mrs. Lau.
We'll leave you be. Okay, if we can't ask about it. Next up was Bust a Pervert. Yeah. Get through this way. We have to go through here. Right. Should we save first, just in case? Let's do a quick save. It should be fine. Ready? We're ready to kick down the door. We caught you!
Father Sinnott, are you lost?
Yes, I seem to be. I thought this was a bathroom. Please excuse me while I find one.
Okay, we can't get anything else out of him. Oh, damn it. Right, so he's just being in here, being a pervert still. We can't... There's no other clues or anything? No? No.
Father Sinnott.
No. Unless we give him a moment, as in, like, we've got to disappear off and come back. Like it... But no, it normally fade to black and then do, wouldn't it? Alright, maybe we just have to wait for an hour then. Okay, then we're once again stuck. Like, what should we do? I guess the priest... Can we break into the priest's room? Have we broken into the priest's room already? I think we have. Because that's where we got his research and such. We spoke to her. She was the one in the library, but there was no new kind of prompts or anything like that we could ask her about. So we're kind of like stumped a little bit at the moment of like what should be like our next thing we should be doing. If only I could get the keys for the from the safe. You're still in the drawing room there. Unless somebody just can sing the music in the drawing room. Callahan's in the bar. He's changing rooms. You're in there. Wait. She's going to be in the gents' changing rooms next hour. Okay. That was the cross that the old lady was going to brain somebody with, wasn't it? Anybody in the bar we could speak to and get something out of them? I'm really stuck on lines of inquiry right now. The one thing I want to do, and I know we could do if we found... Oh, found a source of music.
Are you enjoying the event?
Oh, no. I wish I hadn't come. It has cost me everything.
Oh. Well, I'm having a nice time.
Also, let's put more eavesdropping.
What are you thinking about?
Thinking? Sorry, did you mean me?
Who else would I be talking to?
The guy listening behind you?
I don't know. I just thought I wasn't thinking of much.
Nonsense. I'm no mind reader, but I know when a man has something on his mind. Now, what could it be? Angels! That's your thing, isn't it? That's what I've heard. Go on and tell me about these angels, then.
Don't let me bore you with that. We could talk about something else.
Not at all. This way, I get to go home and tell my friends about how I spoke to a boy who speaks with angels, which is just excellent. Do go ahead. How did you find out you could do it in the first place?
I died.
Oh, I nearly died.
Go on.
Ha! A horse riding accident, just over a year ago. You know how it is. The horse spooks, and there's only so much you can do. I don't remember much of what happened after I fell. Not what was around me, anyway. Just the most revolting pain in my side and my leg. And the idea that I was going to die. I can't say it seemed clear, because nothing was, but it did seem very certain. And then I saw. I still don't know how to describe what it looked like. But behind all that was happening around me, I saw it. A thing that I instinctively knew was an angel.
It was all eyeballs and wings.
My companions got me to a doctor. All the while, I would see glimpses of it watching. I was babbling the entire time, I am told. It stayed with me until the turn of midnight. And by then, they thought that I would live after all.
And that was the end of it?
It is around me still. I get glimpses of it now and again. At some cost, I can see it more clearly for a moment. I think it watches me. Us. This seance.
And you speak with it?
I speak to it. Sometimes. It does not reply. If I am ill, or in danger, or on the brink of consciousness, I can make it out. See its shape. Exchange a few words.
Has the year last seen you ill, in danger, or on the brink of consciousness much?
Yeah, I keep trying to off myself, just to have a quick look.
I wonder if it has some purpose for me, but it never stays around long enough to get an answer. To look upon it alone is just unmatched. But the fact of the matter is, until the rituals work, those moments are all I get.
Alright. Well. See if we can have a quiet word with you without the
Mr.
maid
Ward.
being there. No, nothing different, so that it seems. Unless you've had dreams. Maybe we should check on who has or hasn't had dreams. I'm having the strangest dreams ever since I got here. Have you had anything of the sort? Dreams? No, nothing interesting anyway. Well, that's a no then.
And to you.
Actually, who have we done the dream thing with? Can we look at that specifically? Sequence of numbers 1583. Have we got into his room? Has he got a safe box or something? Yes, we went into his room because he's got soul jars. That's where we got the number. 583. No idea. Oh, we love the druid. And apparently he's a fan of darts, is he? Get into the staff area there, but maybe when he takes his break, which is in an hour's time. Okay, we know who's here then now. So we can maybe break into other rooms. Or we do question Mr. Scarrett, because we got a bunch of evidence about, like, he was a Mason and all that kind of stuff, right?
We meet again, Mr. Ward.
Right. Freemasons, the reading legacy. Okay, we've asked him about his strange dreams. Let's go. Let's start with Masons. Would you be a member of the Freemasons, Mr. Scarrett? Ah, well, that, I'm afraid, is not something I could speak on. Not to a man that himself is not, if you catch my meaning. I don't know the secret handshake. Memento Mori. Relic of memory of Quinn family member recently passed, Miss Quinn. Why would I be asking him about it? Seems a little odd. Let's do the card reading, though. Because it was, it's implied that was Evelyn Dean did that. Have you heard anything about, the Quinns having an unfortunate... Oh, no. I thought I clicked the... Oh, never mind. Unfortunate number of deaths in the family? Oh, yes, I have. Terrible business, that. Really done a number on the line. Something about rooting out Irish rebels against the crown, I think. Curse is a small price to pay for service to crown and country. Cursed? Talking about, you know, family lines cut short? Dare I say, Mr. Scarrett, you must have built some legacy over the years? Ah, well, a fellow at my stage always thinks that maybe he could do more. I am the last of my line, you see, an only child who has had misfortune to outlive whatever distant relatives I once had. A lot of pressure, then, to make sure the name Scarrett carries on once my time comes. I think that is what really excites me about this seance. Everyone is so focused on hearing a ghost, any ghost, speak, whereas I'm fascinated by who the ghost will be. To us, it does not matter, yet we're not summoning a specific ghost, you see. We're going to reach out and grab the closest. Keep doing so until we find one who will talk to us. That ghost, tens, perhaps hundreds of years after their death, will suddenly be a star. We will all want to know their background, their life. In death, they will be famous forever. Entire teams will dig into their past, their death, their life. Books will be written on them, and their first words from beyond the grave will be immortalized. And I will have been here. You're wrapping up early, are you? Gonna take a nap? Sounds like it's much needed. Good luck with that, buddy. And if we speak to you later, great. If not, enjoy the sleep. Hopefully it's restorative. Now that is a legacy worth dying for. Here, the reading. I drew some tarot cards for myself, but I cannot make out the meaning. And you want my help? Naturally, of course. Tell me then, what cards did you draw? The Hanged Man, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card. Is that good? By Jove, I've had a similar spread myself recently. And the message is clear. The cards are saying there is an important moment in our futures, one which we can greatly influence things to come, but at some great cost to ourselves. We will make that sacrifice when the time comes. That is hard to know, but speaking for myself, I intend to. Talking about sacrifices, what about a big pointy dagger? Are you ready for the end, Mr. Scarrett? Had a few glasses, have you, Mr. Ward? Ready to set the world's wrongs to right, eh? I
It's quite alright. It doesn't bother me. I've had to face up to it, of course. I'm not getting any younger. It's absolutely terrified me, of course, death. Whoever is ready, really ready. Well, I suppose I am now. Spent a fortune looking for ways out, mundane or magical. Sadly, not something money can buy. But in the pursuit of a spell, amulet or ointment to buy myself more time, I met one of the other guests who is now here, Miss Evelyn Dean. We talked. She listened to me, gave me readings. She helped me realize what I was scared of. She convinced me that I didn't have to be scared anymore. She showed me a path to controlling the fear. So yes, thanks to her, I'm ready for the end. Alright. Well, our suspicions on him have kind of somewhat dwindled.
Good day, Mrs. Scarrett.
Good day.
Where should we be looking next? If we get the keys, we could get in Miss Lau's room. He might have been lying about the reading, so I guess we go speak with the expert. Anybody dotted around? Quick look outside. Okay, you're still here. I suppose you can give us the combination to your safe, could you? Also, there's somebody over by the graveyard. Does he know anything about a piano? I've heard this song recently and I just can't place it. Does it sound familiar to you? Can't say I recognize the tune, but I'm not really the musical sort. Maybe if you tried it on an instrument, it'd come back to you. Yeah, but we've not seen any instruments. Don't think. Last owner of the vase. Ask about the cross. Well, we know who put out the cross. Yeah, we're going to leave you be.
Right, yeah.
Who's over in the garden there? Ah. So you're over here now. So is this still changed up? It is. Till we can break this curse.
Mr.
What is this melody? I keep hearing these notes in my mind over and over, clear as blue sky. I have some idea that they are connected to the vase I'm looking for, but I'm not sure how. Yeah, there's not a lot else I can do. You really need an instrument.
I'll leave you be.
May Allah guide you.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just going to be in the basement. Anything else around? Anybody poking around in the hedge maze? If we can get up on this thing, maybe we can get a better view. That's normally Mr. Toussaint, isn't it? That's his preferred spot over there.
Hmm. No, no lockpicking. Clearly we didn't put any points into that. What kind of private detective doesn't know how to pick a lock, right? No, it's kind of gating you. You have to find the keys, and apparently these other two are, well, cut off from us. But yeah, we have like, there you go. Locked, has been opened in a while. I suspect there's nothing in there. Northern basement, sorry. Is the pervert still in there? He's not moved off since we've gone and done a few bits and pieces. He's still spanking it in the ladies' changing room. Yep, pervert still being a pervert. So yeah, he's not going to move for an hour. What can we do? Where can we go? We need a 3-sequence number for the safe, and we've definitely not seen anything like that yet. Well, we know. Ooh. Oh no, she's drawn another one. I'm not going to stare at it. It's going to be exactly the same as the others. It's locked and hasn't been opened in a while. I suspect there's nothing I need from here. Yeah. Locked off. More vase paintings. We've been through the holes in the wall. We've done that bit already. Yeah. Let's have a look upstairs. There might be some staff knocking around. Because I'm presuming like the staff quarters are also in the basement. Miss Darcy's room. Yes, we have been in there. Miss Quinn's room, we've been in there. That's Miss Dean's. What's other rooms? That's Mr. O'Mara's, which we have been in because we got his stuff about angels and such. I don't think we've been in Mr. Toussaint's. Let's get his shoe size at the very least. Costs us a minute to do that. a novel, which is different from book. Normally it's just saying book, isn't it? Like so. Shoes. 2 pairs of perfectly polished medium-sized shoes. Right. I think everybody has medium shoes. So we're not eradicating anybody based on their shoe size. Letter from a solicitor advising Mr. Toussaint that there is no formal way to defect from church and declare himself an atheist. Nor is there any means to sue for wrongdoing suffered in the care, as no record was kept nor witness found in the relation to his exorcism. Can't do anything about the rings. Experiment 04B, still unsuccessful. Have managed to induce lucid dream states, but they are not been in the same dreams I have at night during real sleep. None of the corridors, sigils, or standing stones from my nightly dreams. Why is this? My technique is as the research directs. Comfortable, safe space, suitable music. Could it be because I find myself here in an unfamiliar place? Could that be distorting my attempt? Perhaps I could try this technique and use Miss Dean's journal as my anchor. Well, we were going to do that anyway. Nothing catches my eye. Nothing under the bed. Nothing in the fire. Nothing under the rug. Novel. Bellamy. It is in French, so I have no idea what it's about. Nothing catches my eye. Okay. Well, we can do our lucid dreaming in our room. Maybe we do that now. I've got no better ideas. Miss Montavani, we could go and ask about the reading. Miss Barbosa, Skerritt, Erickson, we've been in all of those rooms. Yeah, let's go chat about the tarot cards. Yeah, we're not going in the ballroom. I mean, there might be a piano in there, but we can't get in there until the seance, right? Oh, we can do some eavesdropping, though.
This will be my last seance, Mr. Dupré. I won't survive the strain.
Then won't you reconsider?
And by myself what? A few weeks?
That's enough time to make it home.
Is it?
It has to be worth trying.
I live too good a life, Mr. Dupré. All my earnings are spent and I am broke. All I would be returning to them is debt.
I'm sure they wouldn't see it that way.
But it is the truth. No, I will do this seance and send the money back. They will have some comfort in that, at least. What I ask of you is to make sure my body returns to them.
Of course, Miss Montavani. You can rely on that.
I will literally take it to my grave.
Alright, well, let's go and ask about these cards. Also, mystery.
Signor Ward, we meet again.
Mr. Skerritt's reading. What would you make of a reading made up of the Hanged Man, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Death card? So, let me see. 2 major arcana in one spread.
There's a lot going on, perhaps turmoil on the recipient. First, the cards themselves. Hanged Man, it represents sacrifice, new perspectives, higher learning, this kind of thing. It is a card of great wisdom and personal growth. Death, now this can, of course, mean death. But rarely is this the case. It symbolizes more of a transformation or transition in life. A fork in the road of life, sir. See? Ten of Pentacles is for the legacy and prosperity being passed down through the generations. It's hard to comment on a spread not knowing the recipient, their question, and all this. But a cold reading of this, I could take it to mean that somebody needs to make a sacrifice or undergo a transition to gain a new perspective. They do this, they will find something they seek. They may find something they seek, a form of enduring happiness, perhaps. Are there other ways to read this? Of course, there are many ways to interpret the cards. Take an extreme, for example. In a literal way, these cards could mean a person must undertake an ultimate sacrifice, death. A legacy might be created then, through the nature of the death itself. Or maybe the hangman returns here, and new learnings is left in their wake, which forms the legacy. Mind you, this is a shallow reading and only takes the face values of the cards into account, but shows how wide a range and interpretation they are, see? Anything about the scrying? No, I'm good with this.
That's all.
Of course.
And Mr. Dupree. I think we're kind of done with Dupree, right? Scrying, notes on that. Could ask about the gods, potentially. But I think there's probably better use of our time. I think we're going to go and try listening to some music and chilling out. There's a locked icon there in the discussable with panel. Yes.
Not at all, Mr. Ward.
It means if we do bring it up
Hello
again.
again,
Which one was the locked one again? This. So they represent the people we can speak to. So there's one person we haven't identified yet. And the only person we really haven't spoken to is a small child. We have...
Not at all, Mr.
Where is he? Young William Blake here. Because everybody else here is represented, and we've spoken with basically everybody now. He's the only person because he's locked up in his room in the residence, so I presume it's probably him, unless there's somebody locked in the basement we've never seen. Definitely no modes of making music on our own. We've already taken the record. Yeah, I think we need to find some kind of musical instrument. Piano makes the most sense, but I don't know. It just goes to the tower. Alright. Well, we're going to go and chill out with some music.